So I just watched Glass, M. Night Shyamalan, the Shyamhammer himself, and I am actually pretty annoyed. I'm genuinely pissed off because it was shit. You know, it was actually not a good film. And I really felt that Split was an incredible film. It was one of my favourite films of 2016. I think when the film came out, it may have come out in 2017. I think it was 2016 when Split came out. Unbreakable is like a classic at this point. It has a huge following, cult following at least. It's an incredible film for me. Probably one of Shyamhammer's best three films, with Split being up there in the top three as well. And when it got first announced that Split and Unbreakable were in the same universe and there's going to be a third one which is going to have these two characters or potentially more from the world interact with each other, I was like, this looks great. I made trailer reactions to the trailers when they were coming out, and one of the trailers I was absolutely blown away by. I think some of them were bad, but one of them was absolutely incredible. Like, I was honestly in awe at the trailer. It was the best trailer I'd seen for like 6 months, and I watched a lot of trailers. I was really invested in it. And the film was nothing like the trailers. Absolutely nothing like them. There was none of the feel of... there was none of this visceral feeling that you got from Split. When you were in Split, there was this anxiousness when you were watching it, and this feel of like, what the hell is going to happen next? And it happens almost every time I watch the film. I think I've watched Split like 4 times now. Yeah, I mean, and it's only been out for a couple of years. I've watched it that many times. This, I don't think I'll ever rewatch. It actually, I'll be honest, it took me 2 nights to watch it. I watched like an hour of it, and then I fell asleep on the sofa. I woke up and I was like, oh wait, I fell asleep. I don't remember what happened at the end of the film, and it's because I fell asleep while watching it. The next day, I ended up watching the second half of it. I think that there was so much that Shyamalan could have done with this film. Honestly, so much he could have done with this film. And he went in a direction that just wasn't conducive. It wasn't strong. It wasn't a bold choice. It was a bit flat and a bit boring. And I'll be fair, the last 5 minutes of the film, 10 minutes of the film, were actually interesting. It actually had an interesting tone to it, and I wish that the rest of the film had that feel. Now, the film's been out for like a long time now, so I guess I can spoil if I want to spoil. If I won't, I won't. But the way that Mr. Glass sort of pushed the film at the end made the rest of the film feel almost okay, but it didn't do enough to make me be alright with how bang average the rest of the film was. I think Bruce Willis was meh, you know, I don't think he really grasped the same feel of the role that he had in Unbreakable. James McAvoy was great. I think he did a really, really, really good job. Sam Jackson was Sam Jackson as Elijah. I mean, he was fine. He was a bit of a potato for about half the film, I would say. I'm just annoyed because it's an okay film. It's a bit meh. It's not meh. It's like meh. And it could have actually been a really good trilogy. Like, if this film had been good, it would have been like this Split, Unbreakable, Glass trilogy would have been like one of my 5 favorite trilogies of all time. And because this is actually categorically just not really very good, it's taken that away. So M. Night, I think maybe you should have taken a bit more time with this. If you knew that Split was going to be the sequel to Unbreakable and it took you 10 years plus to make, maybe you should have taken a bit of time with this to actually streamline the story properly, because it was just weak. It was very, very weak. Now, I mean, it made a lot of money. It made like over 10 times its budget. I think maybe 11 or 12. So Mans was raking in the cash with this one. So good on ya. Good day. But it's not always about the money. I mean, it's Hollywood. It's movies, you know. Nothing gets made just out of, oh, it was a passion project. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you want your passion project to make that money. Hey, you don't want to just lose all that, you know? So I'm glad that the film made money. I just think that it was the worst film of the series out of the three of them. And probably Shyamalan's worst film for a couple of years. I mean, I can't remember the name of it. The one with the grandparents. I think it was called The Visit. I think that was even a good film. So it's unfortunate that this wasn't great. I still have hope for Sham. I still have a lot of hope. I think he's still a decent director when he gets the right material. And this just wasn't fleshed out properly, unfortunately. It really is annoying. Yeah, I think the fact that I fell asleep while watching it, I can't remember the last time that has happened to me watching a film. It doesn't happen to me. So that shows how droll it really was overall. Yeah, so I don't think there's going to be another one the way the film ended. Bit annoying. So hopefully next time Shyamalan will make a good film and we can all run back to being like, oh, he's actually pretty good sometimes. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then the beast himself will come after you, alright? You don't want that. Man's a bit bonkers. And he can really speak in full sentences in this one. You don't want that, you really know. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great. I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.